It was 2011. Me and my friend were diehard South Park fans, so we were going to watch it as its usual weekday time, 5:30 p.m., but it was a different show. My friend and I saw the South Park movie at 12 a.m., so I fell asleep and my friend went home. I woke up at 3 a.m. to find out the movie was over. I then noticed the same warning in the beginning of every South Park episode, but the opening didn't get played like usual. It just had South Park in big white letters with a red background. I checked the info thing on my TV and it just said 1996, a year before the pilot was first played. Weirdly after that, it had a title on the screen, but it looked too blurry to read. It then cut to a scene with what looked like Cartman arguing silently with the whole gang. He then got beat up by Kyle, Stan, and Kenny. Cartman then stormed off. I thought it weird enough he wasn't crying like he usually does because he can't take a punch. He came into his house and the sound came back on. Cartman then argued with his mother in the kitchen and he started throwing plates and other silverware at her. I cringed, because it sounded like glass breaking and it made me cover my ears from the deafening noise. He then knocked her out with a sharp plate to her head. Cartman grabbed the sharpest knife in a drawer and ran out the door with it. "They'll all pay," he said in his now demonic voice and red eyes which made me wet myself with fear. It then cut to a scene of Kyle laying on the floor coloring with a crayon on the coloring book with a scowl on his face. "I hate Cartman, that stupid fat ass," Kyle said with his regular voice. Kyle then froze with fear when a scream from both of his parents filled my ears. It sounded like the voice actors were being murdered. "Mom? Dad?" Kyle whined. Kyle looked horrified and screamed when he saw his parents being killed by Cartman. Blood splattered all over him and Kyle. "Oh, hi Kyle," he said in his demon voice. Kyle's parents were being decapitated. Cartman had cut off the top of their heads and fed their brains to his now demonic cat. Kyle vomited all over the floor. So did I. "Oh, Kyle, I'm happy I'll finally get my revenge for all those times you made fun of me. Goodbye, Kyle," Cartman growled. "Cartman, please don't hurt me," Kyle whined, but it was too late. I then blocked my eyes while I heard the screams of a real child being killed and the sound of blood splatting everywhere. When I opened my eyes, my TV had a black screen with the words, 1 hour later. When the screen faded, it showed Stan ringing Kyle's doorbell. "Dude, do you want to go do something?" Stan called out. Stan noticed the door was open. He looked around the room. "Kyle? Mr. and Mrs. Broflovsky? Ike? Anybody here?" Stan asked. Stan walked into the other room. "Kyle!" he screamed as he saw the remains of his best friend and vomited. Kyle had multiple stab holes in his decapitated head. His intestines and brain were being devoured by Cartman's cat. Stan then killed the demonic cat and then cried like a realistic child over Kyle's remains. The screen said to be continued. I then fell into a coma when I heard a voice say, "You won't wake until part 2.